hoe built like a hatchback Subaru.
I mean, like, literally get rich guy trying. I couldn't address what kind of drugs they found. And which is not no drugs they found. I basically jumped on here because I ain't never heard of any drugs named fentanyl before. It was discussed with me. I was like, what is fentanyl? So now I have heard of cocaine, heroin, and weed and crack. I never heard of fentanyl. So when I look up fentanyl to see what it was, I think it said kill instant, don't it? Like you can get exposed to it. Like it's like you can be exposed to it. And I have been looking at different videos on YouTube, and I have seen, you know, different people passing out for it, or some people just inject it. I never ever experienced being around someone who does fentanyl or have been around somebody who does heroin. And I've been around different people growing up that has done like maybe cocaine or weed or something like that growing up when I was young, you know, living at my grandma's house and, you know, going from trap house to trap house or whatever. I've never seen nobody shoot up or do any, you know, type of drugs that I'm not knowing what it is besides weed and cocaine. But fentanyl, I never heard of that before. I never ever experienced nobody around me doing fentanyl. I mean, if somebody is doing it, that's not like they're gonna tell you what they're doing. Bob, you ready to go do the drug test for DSS? So that right now?
Yes.
And I'll tell you what time it is. Yeah, I'm walking away with it. See that?
DSS.
Yep, this one says 7:30 to 4:30, 12:30 to 1:30.
DSS.
And then weekdays 9 to 12.
Wait, Mom, wait.
2 to 3:30 p.m. So I'm here so they can know that I made it here. Lab court. That's nice, isn't it?
It says DSS.
So we get ready to go in here. No, it don't say I'm gonna do it.
Dude, look at my hand.
I don't know how to work this thing here.
Check in.
They said check in right here. Oh. Hey, I'm here today. I do drugs. She gonna get them.
Go ahead and check in on the kiosk.
That's how you do it now? Alright, so
You need
I told the lady off.
your card.
Yes.
Girl.
Take it.
Good morning, everybody.
Alright, y'all, so I've never had anyone in my life ever speculate or even suggest that I do drugs. I'm pretty sure you can say the same. Now, the reason I'm saying that is this: where there's smoke, there's fire, or in this case, drugs, maybe pills. Colossal Cat has had an outstanding warrant with the DSS for 20 plus years. Throughout the duration of her relationship, her little entanglement with the DSS, it's been plagued by drug test after drug test after drug test. Now, she's quick to deny that she does anything, but I'm calling cap. I think she has some type of substance issue. I don't necessarily know what substance, but baby, Colossal owns something. There's no way that these... First off, if you're not a fucking drug addict, why has DSS been in your life for 20 years? Why haven't you still gotten it together? If you're not a drug addict, why do you have to go through so many drug tests? If you're not a drug addict, why do you have to be drug tested and your kids had to be drug tested at 1.2? And if you're not and let's talk about it, because we know Colossal is weak as hell. Now, y'all know once upon a time, her broke ass baby father thought he was El Chapo, and he was doing that shit up out of her filthy ass, funky ass, corn chip smelling ass living room. Now, I'm bringing that up because let's be real. It's easy to convince Colossal to do anything. The bitch doesn't have a brain. All Hayward have to do is say, here, bitch, try this shit right here. Let me make sure this shit gonna be good. So when this shit hit the streets, I'm gonna be sold out. And what Colossal gonna do? She gonna try this shit right here. And I'm gonna just say this, y'all. These are my opinions, but I think what we've been looking at for the past year or so is a functioning drug addict. Now, mind you, the bitch is dumb. but she's had so many other ways, people that have been helping her remain a functioning drug addict, such as DSS, such as Naya, mainly Naya, and Taquan occasionally. Because let's be real, if DSS didn't do half the shit that they do, them kids wouldn't have nothing. Colossal Cat wouldn't have a roof over her head. When it come down to it, do you think Colossal is choosing the roof or the drugs? The drugs or the roof? Let's be for real. And I do believe she's a functioning addict. I really, really do. But it's taking a whole lot of help from outside sources for her to remain a functioning addict. Alright, y'all, I really just wanted to get that off my chest. So let me know down below if y'all think Colossal does anything. If you don't agree, that's perfectly fine. Just remain respectful. Now, she hasn't really posted much, but we're gonna go over what she has posted and see what this Frankenstein asshole been up to, which is probably nothing.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if I gotta doodle what it is, but anyways, we'll figure it out later.
Her voice, she back on that shit, y'all. Case closed.
The squash she had one time, she had fried some.
This critter cannot talk to save her life. What is a squash teacher? After listening, I realized she was trying to share a story of when her grandmother cooked squash. And it's because of that Colossal really should have taken advantage of speech classes. I had to do speech classes. It's nothing wrong with it. But it would have really benefited her dumb ass because the bitch can't talk. All she know how to do is stalk and gawk.
And it smell good though. It's a big hungry piece of cabbage. I miss that lady.
Toothless at 41. It's all the lies she done told. Every single time she tell a lie, her teeth fall out. She gonna lose a little bit of definition she got in her neck later. The more lies she tell, the worse her health gonna get and her vessel gonna get. Her body.
First, I miss that lady. I might have been strict, but I saved many days of my life. I thank the Lord she was like that, because I probably would have been soft or something. I didn't understand the world.
I know Thelma be rolling in her grave because every time her dumb ass granddaughter look gummy, open her mouth, it's gonna be some bullshit. First you like Thelma, then you don't. You love Thelma, then she telling you she gonna take your life every single day. Bitch, make up your mind. Is Thelma your friend or your enemy, Shamar? And I wanted to say this. It's been 21 years since your granny has been gone. And in those 21 years, nothing has changed except the amount of kids. You have less teeth. You've gained more weight. But as far as everything else is concerned, you're still where you were 21 years ago that you are today. And that's absolutely nowhere. You were sorry when you exited the cat. And you are still very much a sorry individual who don't even want better for herself or her kids. This is a highlight of her life. And I feel the same way about Colossal Cat that I do about the Apple Store Looney. I feel like this is the only attention either of them have ever received. And even though now the attention is negative because she's never received it, she want to keep trying to receive it. I guarantee you this is the most people have probably ever asked the Big Gummy, how you doing? How you feeling? You need something. You need this. Because people in real life already notice her game. They know, oh, she ain't gonna do shit but have her hand out, lay on her back, and not try to reimburse you. So ain't no point in helping someone that don't want to help themselves. But via the internet, you can still find a couple of people that you can get help from that don't know you. But Apple Store Looney and Colossal Cat, they're doing everything to keep this little momentum jumping, even at the expense of their kids, in their mental health, in their physical health. And if this is your first time coming across my video, let me apologize because I do talk a lot. But I will insert the clip uninterrupted towards the end when I'm done saying what I have to say. I hope I don't run you off, because I know, Lay, you don't never shut up and don't.
The woman that I am today. I'm very strong.
A woman? You're a woman? Is the woman in the room with us? Because let's be for real, what I'm looking at is not a woman. I'm looking at a little girl cosplaying as a woman. But Colossal Cat, you are not a woman. You're barely a girl. She needs 24-hour monitoring, because the lies that she's on here telling, talking about a woman. Girl, please.
But I wound up pushing myself out into the world. You know, when I got 17, I got tired of being at home and being abused and all that stuff and being treated like a slave and never could go nowhere. And that was it. That's a part of my book.
The way she treat her kids. Well, actually, she treats her kids worse. But carry on, Colossal, with the lies.
And that was it. That's a part of my book anyway. But
please stop trying to pass those poorly written pamphlets off as books. They are not books. They will never be books. They should have never even been published in the first place. Amazon, count your days.
In the day, is the way the world is now. I wish I could be a little bit more strict with my children.
Now, Colossal, you're confusing strict with abusive. You can indeed set boundaries for your kids, especially while they're underneath your roof. And you can teach them how to do things a certain way, how you would like things done. That's your right as a mother. But what you shouldn't do, which is what you're doing, is depriving them of basic human things. You don't even respect them. You talk to them with so much anger and hatred in your voice. I'm honestly surprised you're referring to them as kids, because normally you refer to them as dogs. But once again, you're confusing strict with abusive. Yes, if you black your child eye, if you hurt your child to the point where bruises appear, that's not okay. And it's not okay that every other word that comes out your mouth directed towards your daughter is B, is H, is ugly. That's abusive. You can set boundaries, but first you have to learn how to be a woman, learn how to be a mother, and then maybe, just maybe, you can start doing things differently without people saying, let me call DSS on this slow hoe. And they won't tell you, but I will, Funky. Depriving your kids of a place to sleep, their own privacy, that's abusive. Always uploading videos of your kids with matted hair, rotten teeth, cursing or saying other vulgar language and sharing it with the strangers on the internet, that's abusive. Telling your kids you never gonna be this, you never gonna be that, you dumb, you a dog, get out my camera, that's abusive. You have to learn how to not be abusive in order for you to actually be able to pour something positive into those kids. Because I get it. You don't think that you're harming them because you're not physically touching them, so you say. But there are other forms of abuse, and you check the box for each and every single one. And another reason I say that you're not a woman, you're a little girl cosplaying as a woman, is because women can take constructive criticism. If you were to tell me something and I don't like it, but if you were respectful, I'm going to say thank you. And if I see that there's an issue, I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to follow suit so that I, as a woman, as a mom, I can do better. But you don't do that, Colossal. Anytime someone suggests something, people can suggest, hey, how about this time you buy the kids tennis shoes instead of Crocs? You'll immediately get upset. You must go buy them. You must go buy them. Colossal, it's a storm. It's rain, water, mud and shit, and snakes and shit all on the road. Your kids need some tennis shoes, not no off-brand ass Crocs. I don't care. I don't care. Like you can't take that type of criticism and you'll never get better. Because no matter how accomplished I may become, I know that there's going to be someone a little bit more accomplished than me. I know that there's going to be someone a little bit more knowledgeable than me, and I would be serving myself a disservice to not take their advice, especially if it's coming from a place of where they're trying to help me, because where you are is where I want to be. How the way that you're elevating where you are is where I work to be, in a position where financially I'm comfortable. I can help people and not mess that money or mess that time. And I thought that's one thing we all wanted. No one ever wants to stay stagnant and complacent. I don't want to be where I am in 2026 and 2027. I want to be in a better predicament, and I just want my situation to continue to improve. In Colossal, I feel like you want that, but until you can take advice from others and actually apply it to your life is going to forever be shitty.
But I guess it's a little bit different. I mean, it's kind of hard trying to discipline them. It's a way you can discipline, but I thank the Lord for my grandma for raising the woman that I am today. I'm very strong, independent. You know, I'm hardworking. I'm dedicated in doing whatever I love to do, especially take care of my 10 children the Lord blessed me with. You know, when time...
Lies, 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 lies. I wish I could apologize to Thelma that this loser continues to use her name to tell lie after lie. And I don't know who she's been listening to, because all of a sudden she's having a whole lot of more conversations about her granny. But what she needs to realize is that from what she's said numerous times prior to this video, we're looking at Thelma like she's a bad guy. Like she's an abusive, turn the other cheek while inappropriate things happen under my household type person. And we're looking at her that way because of Colossal Cat. But now all of a sudden you want to get on here and talk about Thelma redeeming qualities when it's you that's made her look like bottom of the barrel, never want to be around type individual. And that's why I say those substances fry your brain, because maybe she forgot what she said, but I'm here to remind her.
Why not pushing myself out into the world?
She claimed she pushed herself out into this world, but she won't push her eldest daughter out into the world. Her eldest daughter is begging for someone to push her out into the world, for someone to tell her that your dreams are reachable, they are attainable, for someone to tell her that you can actually be a nurse, you don't have to lie about being a nurse, for someone to tell her you can do that. But instead of doing that, she gives her, you can't trust nobody, you can't talk to nobody, these are bad people, everyone is bad, they're gonna take your life and throw your remains in a ditch.
Raising the woman that I am today. I'm very strong, independent. You know, I'm hardworking. I'm dedicated in doing whatever I love to do, especially take care of my 10 children the Lord blessed me with. You know, when times they get hard, you know, the kids, they get taken out of my custody, and I got them back. You know, it's a lot that I held within that I don't talk about, but at the same time,
I want to end this video with this. And yes, newcomers, I am about to insert a clip uninterrupted of this beluga whale attempting to speak. But she said it's a lot that she's held in that she hasn't even revealed. I say to her, what do you think your kids have held in, are holding in, especially that eldest one? I don't like Naya. I think she has a very nasty attitude. But I know that she has some stories. And if only she had a person in her life that made her feel safe and that could convince her, I mean, because it's true that everything your breeder has taught you, it isn't true. It isn't the right way to go. She's setting you up for failure. Maybe she'll be willing to share those stories. But until then, I'm Lay, and you've tuned in with Lay Said It. Until next time, remember, let me know your thoughts down below. Remain respectful, like, comment, share, hype this video up. Help me get out into the algorithm so the people that need to hear me can hear me, and we can just keep this conversation going.
the squash she had one time, she had fried some. It smelled real good in the kitchen. I was so hungry right there. I think I just got home from school, but I get ready to take a nap. She was in there cooking some some squash, and she had fixed some rice, and she was frying fat back. And she went to fix her plate and eat. I looked at it, it looked so good the way she been eating it, but I ain't want none because she had me try it one time. You ain't want none? Nah, I'm good. And it smell good though. It's a big hungry piece of cabbage. I miss that lady. August the 1st would be. How was my son? 21 years. Yep, August 1st on my arm right there. That's a day you'll never forget. August 1st. I miss that lady. My grandma might have been strict, but I say many days of my life, I thank the Lord she was like that, because I probably would have been soft or something. I didn't understand the world, but I wound up pushing myself out into the world. When I got 17, I got tired of being at home and being abused and all that stuff, and being treated like a slave and never could go nowhere. And that's a part of my book anyway. But at the end of the day, it's the way the world is now. I wish I can be a little bit more strict with my children, but I guess it's a little bit different. I mean, it's kind of hard trying to discipline them. It's a way you can discipline, but I thank the Lord for my grandma for raising the woman that I am today. I'm very strong, independent. I'm hardworking. I'm dedicated in doing whatever I love to do, especially take care of my 10 children the Lord blessed me with. When times they get hard, the kids, they get taken out of my custody, and I got them back. It's a lot that I held within that I don't talk about, but at the same time, August 1st is coming up, and that's the day that she did went home with the Lord, and that's the day I'll never forget. But at the same time, I mean, we all got to pass by, we all got to go, but that was just one woman that was one strict woman. If you knew my grandma, Thelma Grant, you knew she was strict, and you knew she didn't play. And that's one thing about her. She wouldn't let nothing go underneath her rug without picking that bitch up and sweeping it out. That's how my grandma was. She was one of those independent women that was about business and about money. She was never about nothing else, and family oriented. She was always about family. But when she passed, everybody divided and separated. And at the end of the day, family supposed to stick together. And when I see family having family reunions and family doing things, I think about me raising my children. I want to keep them together, because when I'm gone, I want them to always know they got each other, because they don't have family. Family not here to help them or support them in any kind of way means necessary. So I just know August 1st is a special day in my life, always. What I was talking about is I do get emotional. I mean, shoot, I'm supposed to. I get ready to go to work. I don't need no tears in my eyes. I need to put a smile on my face and keep it pushing. But that day will never be forgotten. I was pregnant with my son, and they didn't want to tell me nothing. But it is what it is. So I hope you guys do continue on support my platforms, all of them. I got kind of like closed in a little bit talking about that. But at the end of the day, you always will have memories. You will never forget, the things in your past, your future. You will never forget anything, especially as a kid growing up and living in a household with people that just crazy. We was the crazy house, what we call it, because my family just was doing dumb stuff every day. Every day you wake up, it's a fight going on. There's something going on. At the end of the day, I got a high fan base, and I want y'all to understand, it's me, Miss Independent Nika. I'm always here trying to keep popping off with the videos so y'all can see how I'm doing and what I got going on. At the end of the day, might not be what y'all want to see, but your girl be eating. Alright, so I'm gonna see y'all back in my next video. I love y'all to respect us truly. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that post notification when we post a video, and you're watching the video. I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm like kind of hot because it's like humor out here and I got the windows down. I guess I'm so used to the air, but it is hot. It's like after the rain yesterday, I was going to post it, but I was too busy working and kind of aggravated a little bit. I was tired. My body finally got the sleep that it needed to get up and regroup to go back to work because I got a full schedule this week. But anyway, make a long story short, it rained yesterday while I was out working. And all of a sudden, the sun came out of nowhere, beaming. I said, well, damn, where did the damn sun come at? And one day, where I live at, it was flooded. And I looked, I said, well, damn. When I left, it was flooded. Your car could go down in the water. Come back, all the water gone. So, I don't know. But it's humor out here. Leave out negativity in 2025, bringing the positivity in 2026. The air feels so good. I'm going to see y'all guys back in my next video. I only love the ones that respect us truly, especially my true supporters that support us through our journey on all our platforms. I love y'all so much. And come over and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. And I'm gonna see y'all guys back in my next video. I don't know what it's gonna be. Probably eating again or cooking some chicken or something. Y'all know I love some fried chicken. You stay eat chicken. Shit, that's about the cheapest meat on the market, actually. And all that pork, it gives me headaches. So, again, leave out negativity in 2025, bringing the positivity in 2026. I'll see y'all later, later, later. I'm still a fine dunner, slim, 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 slim. I'm still a fine dunner, slim. How do you do it? Slim, 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 slim. I'm still a fine dunner.
It's nothing to you.